Good morning everyone and welcome to Stretford Paddock. I am Alex and I'm here outside a bit of a chilly Old Trafford this morning, bringing you the latest news all around Manchester United, all around transfers. And to start with, we've got a new kit out. The third kit has been released this morning. That is the big announcement that United have done this Thursday morning. We've still not announced Rafael Varane though. I came here on Tuesday and said it's set for Wednesday. Rafael Varane will be done and dusted, presented, holding the shirt, all that good stuff on Wednesday. Didn't happen. There was problems with the medical, or there was something. There wasn't problems with his medical, but there was things that took a little bit longer. They want to get his contract sorted, but it is looking likely that Rafael Varane will be done today. Two big announcements for Manchester United in today. Will he be stood there in that new shiny away kit, that new shiny third kit, going, look, here I am? And will he have a chance of being ready for the weekend? He wasn't pictured last night coming out of the Ivy, where a lot of the Manchester United players went for a bit of a team meal. So it's not looking like he's done absolutely anything yet with the team. He's not been integrated. I think at best right now we can hope that Rafael Varane will be at the bench at the weekend. Moving swiftly on from that, let's have a look at some of the stories that have been breaking on Twitter the last few days and kind of saying that these aren't going to happen. Jonathan Strager tweeted yesterday around Ander Herrera. There's a lot of reports yesterday that Manchester United will be back in for Ander Herrera, who's been put on a transfer list at Paris Saint-Germain. Now, Jonathan Strager said, my report's saying United don't want this. And to be honest, I quite like it. I like Herrera. I liked it. I didn't like the way he left and all that kind of stuff, whether that was more on his side, whether that was the fact that Ed Woodward just didn't offer him a new deal in time, didn't speak to him, didn't sort it out. Yet to be seen. I'd like to see him back at Old Trafford. I liked him as a player, but I don't see this one happening. And like I said, Jonathan Strager coming out saying he doesn't hear that. He's usually pretty good with that kind of stuff if things aren't happening. So, and the Herrera one that won't be coming back to Manchester United. It's also looking like the rumours around Tolisso at Bayern Munich. This was Fabrizio Romano tweeted, and a few other journalists jumped back on this, saying Tolisso to United isn't a thing. United don't want him. And also, I've seen a couple of tweets from some good accounts saying, stop getting into Manchester United signing Bayern Munich players. It isn't happening, especially good ones. Bayern Munich don't do this. It's very strange how Bayern Munich get these players in, and that's it. They are stuck there until they're surplus to requirements. Bayern Munich are amazing at doing that. No one really leaves Bayern Munich on a big contract, on a big deal, and gets stolen from them. It's almost like, right, we're done with you now, off you go. Thiago Alcantara, yep, off you go. You can go to Liverpool, don't care. Schweinsteiger, off you go, done. No one really leaves Bayern Munich. So, Goretzka, Tolisso, I'm sure there was Kimmich articles the last few weeks about Manchester United. Don't get sucked into them. If we are signing them, it means that Bayern Munich don't want them, rather than them coming to Manchester United. That is just not a thing. We don't sign those kind of players. So, keep a lookout for that. Any Bayern Munich players, just say it's not happening. It's not going to happen. Moving on to Ole's been giving a few more of his thoughts ahead of this new season and his thoughts on the transfer window. He's been speaking about Jadon Sancho first off, saying how happy he is to have him at the club. For a player so young at 21 years old to have that much experience, to go to Dortmund, and he said he is one of the most creative players in the world. You've seen the pictures of Jadon Sancho going up to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and the smile on his face. It's a genuine, this is the player I've wanted. This is what I've been wanting for the start. I think it's been crying out for that kind of player. He's wanted someone who's direct and can take on players and can be creative in that final third. Marcus Rashford's done a decent job on the right-hand side, not the best. You know, he's tried Mason Greenwood there. He wants that kind of player. He's wanted Jadon Sancho for a long time now. He's finally got him, and he is happy to see him at Old Trafford. He's also gone on to say he's happy with his transfer business so far, but you never know in the transfer market. Now, that is the usual line by managers at this kind of start of the season and all that kind of stuff. But he did say things will happen, things can happen. Now, he said he's happy with it. It's a bit of a strange one because it was from the start of the transfer window, it looked like United wanted right winger, centre-half, and then a midfielder. And I think most people were going, yeah, Jadon Sancho, but then their next priority was a midfielder. But in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's eyes, and I think in Manchester United's eyes, the world-class or top-quality centre-half was very high on that list. Obviously got them done, hopefully the announcement today. But the next thing is, can we get that midfielder over the line? Is there a possibility of that happening? Ole said there's a chance. We have to be ready. Now, I think that we have to be ready is things needs to be a chain of events now. There needs to be of one player going here, going here, going here. I've seen a lot of talk about The Leicester City situation, James Maddison going to Arsenal, could be that trigger that happens. James Maddison goes to Arsenal, Lingard goes to Leicester, we sign Sal Niguez, Herrera then goes to Bilbao, until to Madrid. I think that could be something that happens. There's something along those lines that's happening. We're now waiting for outgoings before Manchester United get any in. It was the same thing with Kieran Trippier. Dalot looks to be saying AC Milan don't want him. Kieran Trippier is now not going to leave. But if Dalot then leaves, I think Ollie's saying we have to be ready for if one of our players leaves, if we do get the money for a Jesse Lingard, a Dalot, a Pereira, if we get that extra 50, 60 million in transfer budget out of those three players, if that happens, we need to act quickly and get those final targets and get people in. It's looking like, if anything, this could be quite an interesting deadline day. It's about a month away, less than a month away now, deadline day. It could still happen. There could be a lot of transfers happen. But I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has got his two priorities. In a lot of people's eyes, it wasn't the priority. The priority was a midfielder over a centre-back. But Rafael Varane, Jadon Sancho and Tom Heaton, don't forget Tom Heaton, is a pretty good summer for Manchester United so far. If we can get that one more over the line, it's not going to be Herrera, it's not going to be Tolisso. Is it going to be a last-minute deal for Sal Niguez, Neves or someone like that? We will wait to see. But that is what Ollie's been saying about transfers. That is all from me this morning outside of Old Trafford. Make sure you are liking this video and subscribing to the channel, and make sure you are keeping a lookout for some really, really good content. Adam McCullough was there yesterday speaking to the likes of Gary Neville and Roy Keane. That's going out on the Overlap channel, but we will have some really good stuff coming out on this channel from that very, very shortly. So keep an eye out on that. Hit the notification bell to be notified about all that stuff getting posted online. We'll also have transfers live and the usual good stuff and the build-up to Manchester United's first Premier League game against Leeds United on Saturday. So like I said, make sure you're liking this video. Make sure you are subscribing to Stretford Paddock. Make sure you're checking out all our other stuff. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, the usual stuff. Click the links below. Also, make sure you're going out, checking out our merch. Some really quality stuff on there, some new designs out there. Make sure you're clicking the link in the description and checking those out. I have been Alex. That's been Old Trafford. See you later.